Oh yeah, we still got Grim Dawn and Path of Exile. Right. Maybe I should screw around with that later tonight. With whatever half-assed or half-baked build I have in mind. Like, it's really basically... I want to make some kind of, like, cool creative build. But, like... I'm just not familiar enough to... try to, like, put anything cool together. That also doesn't require the use of uniques. Because, heck, making any build as a solo self-found with uniques. So, I don't know. Like, are there any cool... What was it? Like, are there any, like, cool things I can, like, combo together with, like, the new Crackling Lance or whatever? I'm not sure how, like, the feedback is on, like, how people like that skill or not. I haven't bothered reading up on user or player feedback, or at least on, like, the Reddit, but then, you know, it's been a thing that the Reddit forums for Path of Exile have been just super toxic, or, you know, I should really find a better word for toxic, but it's overall, like, super negative every league. It's just, they always find something to complain about. Whether justified or not justified, or somewhat justified, but not to the extent that people would whine. So, but I'm just taking the reception of the league with, like, a biggest handful of, or mountain of salt that I can get. And, just trying to make sense of the complaints and all that stuff. Also, my game feels stuttery. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I can really do to fix the stutteriness of Trails from Zero since I updated to Windows 10 and stuff with my new graphics card. Like, a combination of this being a slightly older game with... What was this? Slightly older game, me changing to Windows 10 from 8.1, new graphics card with, I guess, graphics drivers that don't really play too well with Trails from Zero. I mean, you know, it's still smooth right here, but yeah, when it gets to, like, the very large, expansive areas, or when the camera pans out to, like, some very long, like, long shot, then, you know, we see some of the situations we've seen beforehand with, like, some of the slow motion walking, like, as we enter huge areas. But alright, recapping from where we last left off, we traveled quite some distance from Crossbell City along Ursula Road, and our main objective was going to the medical college, but the bus ended up being late. And I was like, huh, that's weird. Why is the bus late? And one of the bus transportation staff was like, hey, something went wrong with the bus on the rail. Like, we tried talking with them, but then all of a sudden the phone cut out. I don't know what's going on. I was like, wait a second. You mean the phone just went out just abruptly? And our police senses were tingling, and we went down the road. The bus was kind of parked in the middle of nowhere. Or not in the middle of nowhere, sorry, in the middle of the road near the college. And it was surrounded by huge monsters. And in particular, these guys. Huge primate monster with gigantic horns. And luckily we were able to beat back 2 of them. However, after we beat back 2 of them, 3 more came up out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, we can't really handle this. And lo and behold, just as they were introduced earlier this chapter, Joshua and Estelle came into the rescue with apparently a combo S-break between Joshua and Estelle, immediately showing us, like, they've advanced the S-break system. I don't know when they'll introduce it for the rest of the party, but they did a combo S-break together and pretty much one-shot the 3 primates all together. And we can kind of attribute that to, if we're looking at in-game levels as a power metric, while we are level 14 on average, they should be at level 140 something from where we left off from Trails the Third. So they're literally 10 times stronger than us. Okay, give or take like some stat differences, but yeah. They kind of put us in our place. Although Estelle being Estelle as usual, being all friendly and it's like, hey, you guys are kind of doing the same work we are? Cool! Wait, we need more people like you around. I was like, huh? I was like, wait, something's not right here. These bracers are being friendly with us? Everyone's kind of taken aback. It's like, wait, what do you mean they're not, like, holding anything or have some kind of prejudice against the police? So, yeah, we continued on, we got to the medical college, and here we are. And Randy is, real hecking horny to find out who, what's her name again? Cecile? Yeah, trying to find out who, Cecile is. After Lloyd opened his big mouth, like, oh yeah, I know her. She like, she's kind of like an older sister to me. She works as a nurse. I was like, hold up. She's around my age. She's a nurse. In a hot nurse uniform. Like, oh boy. I was like, Randy, calm your pants, man. Calm her down, son. Lloyd already gave you a warning that she won't really fall for advances from someone like him. But, yeah, that's about where we are at this point. Here at St. Ursula, we put a lot of consideration into the nutritional value of our meals. One of our specialty meals is our homemade beef stew. Would you like to learn how to make it yourself? Hey! Deluxe beef stew. Ooh, ripe onion soup. Also, don't mind if you hear a little, sound like, this here and there. Oh yeah, I got like a little story earlier, cause like, yeah, oh yeah, by the way, this is like Ramune. But, so earlier today, like quite literally a couple hours ago, so me and my family were ordering some Japanese food. I was like, cause like, they're like, hey Kirby, what kind of food do you want tonight? I'm like, oh, I was like, without hesitation, even though I said the without hesitation, I was like, I want Japanese food. I was like, okay, let's get some Japanese food. So we ordered Japanese food, and made the order over the phone. Waited half an hour for it to cook before we drove over to pick it up. But there's something went wrong. We got to the pickup at the front door. I was like, okay, one order for Kirby. I was like, okay. I was like, so could you name the items you ordered, just so they can verify? I was like, okay, we ordered this, and this, like 4 items, for my family. I was like, okay. And then they look around, and I'm like, wait, where did the items go? And me and my dad, lining up at the front, were like, wait, why is there confusion inside the restaurant? It's like, huh? Is something not right here? Little did we know, someone else made off with our food. Whether it was mistakenly or purposefully, we're not 100% sure and we have no way of finding out. But someone made off with our food. So then they noticed, and they're like, oh shit, we gave the wrong, like, set of food away to the wrong family. So me and my dad had to wait another 15 minutes. I'm like, excuse me, bro. It was a big dinner, by the way. But yeah, we had to wait another 15 minutes for them to kind of make a rush order for getting our food ready again. And in the middle of that time, apparently, apparently, the person who took our food, at least from what we can gather, like, it was like some kind of like middle-aged lady. She went up and was like, "Oh, is there an order for?" And then she said my name. I'm like, wait, huh? Like, wait. I was kind of in disbelief. I'm like, wait, did they just happen to order, like, did two people under the same name happen to order at the same time? That's what I was wondering. And then that lady took a different set of food. And I think like they were talking about something about some kind of confusion with some of the food pickup. I'm like, wait, was that the person who took our food? And because me and my dad were still confused trying to make sense of what we were overhearing in the distance. Because we weren't standing close enough to perfectly make out what they were saying. I'm like, wait, if that was the person that took our food, they basically made out with 2 meals. They stole our food, came back going, oh, it's like, wait, do you have an order under this? I was like, yeah. And it's like, oh, then, I don't know, something or another happened. And they made off with another set of food. I'm like, and me and my dad were like, wait, did they just fucking steal our food while also getting their original package of food for the cost of 1 meal? And I'm like, son of a bitch. They fucking played us all. Although, this is just very big speculation on how on what we thought happened, but it just looks really bad from that person's from our perspective for that person. Like, that person ended up like if it was true and that person did kind of scam the restaurant and stole our food, like they wasted a good amount of our time. And I mean, this would be one of those cases where, like, we probably shouldn't order at that restaurant anymore after a huge mess up like that. But we've kind of been there for a while. Like, I wouldn't say we know the employees, but we know that, you know, given COVID and all that stuff, you know, the restaurant's going through kind of a harder time. So, well, I mean, I think like my family and I are very lenient on mess ups in the restaurant. But yeah, to kind of, I guess, apologize for the mess up and also the 15-minute extra wait, they also gave us some like extra soup and some extra soda on the house. I mean, it wasn't too much, but it's a good gesture. But yeah, that's basically what happened earlier this evening. I mean, the food was still good overall for kind of a panic rush order at that point. So, like, we still got our food in the end. I was kind of wondering about, like, any partial refund or something like that, but I guess they made up for it with some extra freebies. Then, not thinking back about it, like, trying to ask for that, given the current situation. I mean, I'm not sure how they're doing financially, I wouldn't know. But, I don't know, probably would have seemed mean to, like, ask about a refund or just something like that. Because I was kind of considering just, leaving at that point, but, I didn't want to be the person that caused too much problems with the restaurant staff, because, like, imagine you have a big order for, like, a family, that you have to prep, and then you give it to the wrong person. Like, they feel bad enough already, and then they have to make a rush order to go, oh crap, like, we need to make it up to them. And it's like, could you wait 15 extra minutes? And then if I just said no, that would make them feel so bad, dude. That and yeah, Even if it might be deserved or we'd be in some kind of right, I don't know, man. But I feel like a huge asshole if I kind of walked out like that. So, yeah, we waited and got our food and still had a good time. The food was great. But anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, let's get some onion soup. Let's see, do we need any more things here? I would like to get a bunch of these status ailment cures, but... Antibacterial mask? That was way too pricey for me. Should we rest? Oh, 400. Oh, we got a fair amount of Sept. Sure, let's go rest. Alright, everyone at 200 CP. Oh yeah, wait, hold on, let me check something. Something doesn't look right on stream. Wait a second. No, it should be fine. He said Derp's connected. Huh. Am I just being paranoid? I feel like something's weird going on stream. I guess it must be my imagination. I see. So that turns into that, and... Oh, that makes sense. Is she studying in the middle of eating? I believe so. It looks like a biology book, judging by all the photos of dissections. Ugh, that's nasty. Something tells me I would not like to read something like that while eating a meal. There's no time that isn't study time. Oh, isn't surgery just so fascinating? Okay, bye-bye, lady. See, sweep, sweep. Cleaning is my life. Okay. Hold on. Let me fiddle around with some settings. Like, the frame rate is kind of annoying me right now. Something doesn't feel smooth to me with, maybe it is smooth and my eyes are being weird with me, but it doesn't feel right here. Hey Sarah, how you doing? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now it feels more smooth. Yeah, because it felt like some slight choppiness here and there. Okay. I mean, it's really weird because like the other time last session, like I turned off VSync. I'm like, oh, it's all better now, and now like. I go around the same or similar area or indoors, I'm like, wait, something doesn't feel right. And then I fiddle around, turn it back on, I'm like, wait, now it feels better like it did before. I'm like, wait, what's with the varying performance as I just keep switching things back on and off? I'm like, what makes this consistent or not? I don't get it. I don't know, maybe this changes once we actually go outside, but I don't know. Nothing around here so far. Let's go to the women's dormitories. It'd be funny if there was like a small cutscene saying, "Randy, stay out." And really, not much here. It's all the medical students and stuff are just kind of doing work right now. Oh, who dis? Finished Suikoden 1, time for 2. Hey, nice. Chief Ursuline? Gotta love the open door policy with JRPGs in general, or I guess the games in general. Just casually walk into anyone's room, anyone's house. Like, hey, what's up? Oh, hello. Are you looking for someone by any chance? Yeah, we wanted to see if we can meet a friend who works here, so we're heading to the front desk. We're heading to the front desk! We're on the 3rd floor. Yeah, I replaced sequel, and it's just better in every way possible. That's Suikoden 2. Huh. Do I remember do I remember a game that's like... or playing a sequel to a game that's basically better in every aspect? Let's see. I mean, I guess in a sense as well, Trail's 2nd chapter, pretty much, to me, an improvement in every way. Outside of that, though, I would say certain, going from certain Bound Lever games to the next, but I guess that'd be debatable. Because, like, for the most part with Bound Lever games, they change up, like, a lot of the big mechanics in some major way. So it's just, like, different and hard to compare. Kind of like going from, like, the early Battle Networks, like 1 through 3 to 4 through 6, or going from some of the Battle Networks, or in whichever order, to, like, Battle Network 5. Because, like, with the Liberation Mission system in Battle Network 5, ooh, boy, that is divisive. That is very divisive among the fan base. It's, like, if you have to give an example of a love it or hate it game concept, look no further than Battle Network 5 Liberation Missions. It really changes the dynamic of the gameplay loop, and... ugh. A lot of games usually improve things, things might be questionable. Yeah. Although, I don't really mind if games take that risk, though. Well, for the most part. Like, it's nice to have the same old, but it'd be nice to have, like, some kind of, like, big change to really, spruce things up and all that, junk. Is that right? Well, in that case, you're going in the completely wrong direction. You'll find it in the lobby on the 1st floor. Go on. That should get you to where you need to go. Oh, really? Thank you, man. Damn it! Oh, are you for lost? This ain't exactly a place for visitors. Just ask the front desk. God damn it. Oh yeah, I guess also another thing too that would be really questionable, going from Final Fantasy to Final Fantasy. We go from, you know, kind of like the baseline of Final Fantasy 1 to 2. Oh boy. That... I'm not sure if you would call much of it an improvement in a lot of aspects. Not saying it's horrible or bad, but it's just different. And then there's like going from that to 3, which is kind of like a bit of a more traditional setup. And, you know, 4, 5, so on, 6. you get they want to change things up with each game, but yeah. Yeah, each iteration has something about it that's like... I mean, overall, like, most of the FF games I've played were pretty alright. We don't talk about after years, that never existed. But, there's always, like, the one or two major aspects about it that kinda leave a sour taste in my mouth. I mean, kinda like the thing with, like, ATB in general. It's like, when you have enemies attack, like, back to back to back with no reprieve in between, you kind of have to end up like abusing kind of dumb things like opening up a menu while an animation is playing out so that like the other enemies' ATBs don't fill up as you're waiting your animations to play out, so you can kind of play things in order and kind of have some gap of time in between to kind of like get everyone else's ATB up, stuff like that. Wow, hey Lugu. Bye Lugu. Yeah, I think that, like, the more I played Final Fantasy with the ATB system, the more it's kind of grown to annoy me. Because, like, especially when you get to, like, harder bosses or stuff, you really need to kind of keep opening up that menu, like, waiting for that moment. It's like, okay, wait for that animation, wait for that animation. And then you can let go, so that like everyone else's bars can advance without letting the enemies fill up as well. And then just kind of letting the game sort itself out with like who uses what attacker items first. You would have liked another Final Fantasy with 10's battle system? Oh yeah, FF10 was pretty neat with like how nice it was for you to switch out party members kind of freely in every battle. Then you adapt your strategy on the fly. Like, that's pretty neat. I never played 10-2, so I don't have any opinions on that, but I remember watching a bit of, or some playthroughs of 12. Not entire playthroughs, but just like first couple, like first 10 hours? I don't know. I mean, 10 hours sounds like a lot, but when you consider an FF game, kind of like a drop in water. And there's like the 13 stuff, but I mean, I've seen speedruns. Actually looks pretty neat, but like don't know what really more to say, not having it played it myself. Oh my god, Randy. Seen the genuine article. Genuine? What on earth are you talking about? It'd be best just to ignore him. I'm sorry? You'll have to forgive him for us. You guys lost or something. If you're looking for the main part of the hospital, it's that big building in the back. You know, I first came here because I slipped in my bathroom and landed on my knee. Only reason I'm able to take strolls like this is due to all the doctors and staff helping me recover. You don't mind 12, but the gambit system lends to making the gameplay itself. I thought you didn't really care much for the battle systems. Really makes me wonder how FF16 will play out. Are there any... You know, I keep forgetting to look up the trailer. But, did it show any, like, small bit of gameplay, or was it just purely cinematic? Or were there any details on, like, how the battle system would be? I should check out the trailer. Yeah, I'll try to do that like after the stream tonight, so I don't forget. 'Cause interesting. Oh yeah, wait, let me save here. Feel like I'm gonna get a vibe of a certain game. Come on. Oh. Oh, Riving Ball. I'm gonna toss like 2 more earthworms. More snow crab. Kinda hard to say since only a few seconds of combat overall. I'm assuming it's like real time, I guess. Kinda like how the past Final Fantasies have been. I'm guessing not turn-based, given how they've kind of been doing things lately. Ooh? Hourglass? Guess not getting much new one. Probably even more action-oriented than 15? Huh. Interesting. Still wondering if I should splurge on... Not 100% sure about splurging on the rest of the FF games and doing like a FF Marathon Part 2, given my splurging on my PC upgrades and stuff. But if I could, I would definitely like to do a Part 2 marathon, like Final Fantasy X, 10-2, no, on 11, 12, then like the 313 games, and 15. Yeah, I'm seeing other Team Ascent trailer, so select questionable you. Yeah, we'll have to see as they give us more stuff down the line. No need to rush. Apparently it was in development for the past 4 years. I'm like, huh. Huh. I'm surprised that wasn't leaked. Like, you think that another mainline Final Fantasy, like, of that scale, would have been leaked in some way or form. I didn't, or at least for me, I didn't hear a single peep out of Square Enix with Final Fantasy 16. I'm like, god damn. Alright. We lucked out. Doesn't look like it's too crowded today. Yeah, the waiting room is usually packed with people. Should we try asking for her at the front desk? Trying to keep some secrets. Hard to say if they are. Get the feeling there won't be a party this time? Swapping game director stuff. Wait, what happened? Definitely. Let's have them call her. I'm quite happy with my visits here. I've yet to meet a member of the staff that hasn't treated me with respect. St. Ursula might be a little far from the city, but the bus fixes that issue. Ooh, this is my first time coming to St. Ursula, but it's pretty neat so far. I can count myself lucky that it's not very crowded today. Patience and I aren't on very good terms. I came to grab my grandpa's medicine from the doctor. Grandpa hates hospitals more than anything, so he refuses to come get his medicine. How are you feeling today? I'm burning up. I think I might have a cold. Only one way to check. Let's take your temperature while we wait for the doctor, okay? Please keep this thermometer under your armpit until I say so, okay? Oh, thermometer? Can't bear that metal chill. Don't we get started on the goosebumps. Okay. Welcome to St. Ursula Medical College. Do you need outpatient care or did you have an appointment? No. I'm Lloyd Bennings, of the Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. We're to conduct an investigation of the hospital. Oh, I see. So you're with the police. This investigation, is it related to the monster attack? Yes, ma'am. We received a request from the CGF to investigate St. Ursula. We'd like to speak with everyone involved in the incident if possible. Alright. The hospital director isn't here right now, so I'll call the head nurse for you instead. Also, one other thing. Someone I know works here. And, if she isn't busy at the moment, I'd like to see if she could show us around. He sounds somewhat nervous, doesn't he? So am I. A beautiful nurse is a gift from Idios. Oh, please grow up. Lloyd? Is it really you? Oh, she even has the side tail! You want to learn the famous beef stew recipes of your hospital? I actually got that already. Hey. Holy crap. She's so pretty. Is she an angel? Oh, Cecile! Good timing. These police officers just arrived. They've come about some investigation. Sorry for visiting all of a sudden. I probably should have called first. I've missed you so much. Aww. Whoa, Cecile, are you crying? Welcome back, Lloyd. It's been a really long time. Too long. Yeah. I'm sorry for not visiting sooner, but I've been caught up with work and... More importantly, isn't this a little too much? You're embarrassing me. Oh, who cares about that? Now give your big sister a hug. You've gotten so tall. We were about the same height when you left for Calvard. Well, I have had 3 years to grow, Cecile. I don't know what to say. She's even sweeter than I imagined. Damn you, Lloyd! Should have told me you had such a lovely sister from the get-go. Randy, calm down. God damn it. I'm Cecile. Wait, how do you pronounce that? Newes? I'm Cecile Newes. Nice to meet you all. So, you three are Lloyd's co-workers, right? Yes, my name is Ellie McDowell. Teal Plato. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Randy Orlando's name. Pleasure's all mine. It's nice to meet all of you. I'm such a scatterbrain. And here I was thinking that Lloyd came to show his girlfriends around the hospital. Excuse me, what? I mean, you've been gone for almost 3 years, right? I hoped that you'd make a girlfriend or two that you'd introduce me to. Oh, actually, are you dating one of them? But using this whole coworker thing as a disguise. I'm sorry, Lloyd, I shouldn't be making assumptions like this. Cecile, listen. Top 5 pectoris muscle. So, which one is it? Ellie? Tia? Oh my, you aren't dating both of them at the same time, are you? Cecile, I'm not dating them! Does that mean you're dating him? Cecile! Stop! Well, I've always tried to be an understanding big sister to you. Don't worry, you got my full support. No, I do not swing that way. He denies it so vehemently. She's quite the unique woman, is she not? Ooh, I love me an airhead. Ahem. Back to the topic at hand. Cecile, we're actually here about the recent monster attack. Yes, that's right. I already received permission from the head nurse to tell you everything. It happened exactly 1 week ago. That night, one of our interns, Lyton? Was assaulted by some monsters. However, something about it was weird. The CGF report mentions the possibility of it being a misunderstanding on the injured's part. Is that what you're referring to? Exactly right. It seems that the CGF left the investigation unconvinced. Now, I don't know the specifics, but I heard that Lyton was attacked on the roof. The roof? How's that possible? Well, you see, the hospital roof is both a terrace and a garden. The entrance to the research ward is up there too. Gotcha. So, sum it up, it ain't a place you'd ever expect monsters to show up. Yes, that's the conclusion that the CGF ended up leaning towards, but I can't accept that. That's why I'd like you guys to keep investigating the incident. I don't know, Cecile. Honestly, I wouldn't expect that much from us if I were you. Oh, it's so modest, Lloyd. Remember the Crossbell times, you know? The special support section started off strong, didn't they? Oh, you're talking about the case downtown. I didn't think the recent article stated that we were the ones that resolved the incident. They might have not flat out said it, but the message was clear. On top of that, a couple of those boys wrapped up in the mess or hospitalized at St. Ursula. I heard a bit about the situation while their friends came to visit them. Believe it or not, they kept mentioning that they owed you for big time. Did they really? What a coincidence. Come on, I'm gonna blush. I don't remember you playing too important a role, Randy. Let me think. An interview with Lighton is probably a good place to start your investigation, right? Yeah, if you can introduce us, that'd be great. Also, I'd like to investigate the actual crime scene if possible. I don't think that would be a problem. I'll show you around the hospital. Are you sure you have the time for that, Cecile? Oh yes, I'm on break right now. Don't worry about it, Lloyd. First, we'll head to the second floor of the hospital. Follow me, everyone. Thank you. We appreciate it. Off we go. I'm glad to see everyone's really hit it off with Cecile. Oh hey, okay, she's an escort unit. Oh no, she's an escort unit. Oh, I don't know about this. We already saw hints of the Divine Wolf trailing us. Here in the hospital, we maintain sick rooms on the second and third floors. The intern you're looking for should be in one on the second floor. I can lead you to him if you like. Appreciate it, Cecile. This should be the room. There are other patients in here, so try to keep it down, okay? Won't be a problem. We're just here to listen to his account. Shall we then? Things seem to be progressing well. In fact, if things continue like this, I may even be able to discharge you as soon as tomorrow. Seriously? You aren't pulling on my leg? I'm no liar. Once you get out of here, prepare yourself. I have 100 torms worth of work stacked on my desk, waiting for you to tackle it. Professor, Gwenter? Professor Gwenter, come on! Why do you kick a man while he's down? Lacerations, bruises, and a sprain. Hardly anything major. Be a man. Lacerations, bruises, and a sprain. Wait, hold on real quick. Let me look something up real quick. Just want to make sure what... I know it sounds dumb when I say this, but I need to make sure what laceration means. To tear, like, tear roughly. Or a rough tear or something like that. Okay. A rough tear, the wolf... I mean, given its claw... given a wolf's claws... Okay. I forget what other parts of the report said, but... Sprain could be from, like, kind of a fall. Bruises from potential beating, or maybe had another set of bad... or a really bad fall. Okay, that matches up so far. Besides, you've been resting quite a lot. You must have a surplus of energy, if anything. Oh, yes, oh yes. I'd say you should be able to work 10 times harder than before. Professor, are you a sadist? I always consider myself a masochist, to be quite honest. Bruh. Just flat out admits he's an M, just like that. No shame. Good grief, what in Adios' name are you talking about, Professor? Oh. Miss Newis. Jeez, you two, you're going to talk about those sorts of things here of all places? What if a child heard you? Sorry about that. You've caught me red-handed. Oh, do we have visitors? They're officers from the CPD. They wanted to speak to Mr. Lighton directly about that incident, actually. Oh. That would make some sense now, wouldn't it? I suppose you don't need me here for that, so I'll be on my way. I can make my rounds and all that fun stuff. Thank you, Professor Gwenter. And don't even think about sneaking out to go fishing. Oh, I would never. Excuse me then. He's going out fishing. Who was that? That was, Joachim, Gwenter, one of our associate professors. Though he's an excellent professor, his priorities are rather questionable. Now then, Lighton, do you have time to answer some questions? Sure, I don't mind, but didn't the CGF already conduct an investigation of this mess? Why is CPD doing one now? Well, sadly, the CGF hit a dead end. Because of that, the SSS was asked to perform an investigation of its own. Gotcha. Huh, did you think I was dreaming or something? Sleepwalking, maybe? No, I know that's not what happened. Excuse me, Lighton. If possible, can we hear your story from the very beginning? What exactly happened on that night, 1 week ago? Yeah, no problem. Hold on, I need another drink of water. It was late. I have been writing a research paper all day and night. You see, this particular research paper was for Professor, Rago? I'll say Rago, who is notoriously hard to please. I'd actually written well into the night, putting every fiber of my being into that paper, so I was getting a little woozy. It felt like I was, on a high, honestly. Actually, I found myself exposed to a chilly night wind, and that's when I heard it. Oh. And that's all I can remember. Next morning, the janitor found me beaten to a bloody pulp on the roof. After that, I was taken to one of the hospital rooms treated for my wounds, which brings us here. Thank you. I think I have a general understanding of what happened now. Get a good look at your attacker? Not as good as I'd like, but I'm embarrassed to admit it. But I passed out due to shock. What I can remember are those blood-red eyes, white fangs, and coat of blackish fur that kept replaying in my head. Which makes sense, because the CGF confirmed that they're canines. That lines up, at least. Where exactly were you wounded? Oh, right shoulder. The doctors told me that the cuts came from fangs. No doubt about it. Other injuries came from a blow to the head and a sprained ankle. They told me that the most likely scenario was that I was dragged to the floor after being chomped on, but you're wondering why the monster stopped there. Am I right? Yes, exactly. Isn't it strange that my head wasn't bitten off? On top of that, it happened on the roof! I swear the CGF people thought I was off my rocker when I told them that. The only conclusion they could come to is that I somewhat staggered onto the highway and was ambushed by monsters. Are you serious? But you were discovered unconscious on the hospital roof, were you not? That's true. Maybe I panicked, ran up to the roof, and then passed out. But it's not impossible, I guess. Yeah, I'm not too confident about that theory, Lighton. Take a breath, Lighton. You're the victim here. How will they get to the bottom of this if you don't have any confidence in your own statement? I'm sorry, I just don't know. Still, is it really that big a deal if I don't have a good explanation? Yes! We're trying to get to the bottom of this! It's definitely easier on me, that's for sure. I mean, if monsters legitimately appeared on the roof, wouldn't that be a bit too freaky to believe? I know how you feel, I really do. But think about it like this, Lighton. If you actually were attacked on the roof, we need to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else ever again. Well, thanks for your help, Lighton. For now, we'll focus on investigating the scene of the crime. Yeah, I'll leave it to you guys then. If you're able to figure out what happened, we'll be able to keep it from happening again. So, good luck. Huh, was all that really just my imagination? It'd be nice if it was, but how to explain the injuries? Who the heck was that doctor with the glasses? He was talking about medical procedure and all of a sudden started rambling about sadism and masochism. I'm very sorry about that. Professor Gwenter is a unique individual. I thought that would be the end of it. He's supposed to be a medical intern, yet he found himself hospitalized. I guess even medical people can neglect their own health sometimes. It's not his own health, he was attacked by wolves! So, we gotta head up to the roof from here, yeah? That's right. Let's start off with trying to pinpoint exactly where he was attacked. Cecile, do you still have some free time? My break is probably going to end relatively soon, but I can at least show you where we found him. That'd be great, thanks. Okay, that's the elevator. Oh, Cecile, I was wondering when I was going to run into you. Our break's almost over. Is something wrong? Oh, I'm just helping these for a bit. I'm sorry. I'll be back as soon as possible. No need to apologize, Cecile. It won't take too long, but go ahead. But hello? Sorry for taking up Cecile's time. The name's Randy. Randy Orlando. And you are? Oh, I'm Philia. Nice to meet you, Randy. Oh, come on, Randy. Can't you say the flirting for when we're not in the middle of a case? I'm sorry for not introducing ourselves. I'm Lloyd, and we're the special support section of the Crossbell Police Department. We're to investigate Lighton's attack. Oh, that. Did the developers make all the nurse 3D models unique? I think they did, yeah. Lloyd, could this guy be the person Cecile was always talking about? Well, good luck with that. What was with that laugh? Oh my god. No one from my family has come to visit me yet, and it's been days. I just want to see my granddaughter. Busy or not, my son's family lacks basic consideration. You're preaching to the choir. They sound like quite the deplorable bunch. Well, anyway, if you have energy to rant, I think you'll probably be discharged soon. And don't worry, you'll see your grandkids soon enough. By the way, want some of this candy? I'm sure it'll help calm you down. Smother the fire, if you will. Ah, you're the only one who understands my woes, Doctor. He's such an unorthodox doctor. Sickness and health come from the mind. Please try to sound more doctor-like. See, that old lady keeps complaining about how no one's come to see her while at the hospital. It never ends. I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up with a minor case of depression because of it. Just want to remind you this is a professional environment. If you could refrain from the PDA, that'd be for the best. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, Lloyd, you don't have anything to apologize for, silly. Sarah, you're just jealous that I have such a cute little brother, aren't you? I can hardly blame you. Never mind, just do what you want. I'm hesitant to accept that monsters made their way onto the grounds, but if true, it needs to be addressed, and quickly. I hope you're able to uncover evidence that proves Lighton's claims, officers. I know where Granny's room is. Oh! This is the girl... this is the granddaughter! Oh, they are visiting her! The next appointment is you. Just so you know, flattery gets you nowhere! Too kind for your own good. Intensive care unit. See, Ursuline's late again. I swear, that woman never learned her lesson. Oh yeah, that's the... Oh yeah, she was still sleeping in the bed. Dream Sunday build a giant hospital in Erbonia, my home country. St. Ursula Medical College is a perfect environment to foster my talent and eventually reach my goal. The Maria's best and brightest physicians come to collaborate. Let's see. You need something. I don't remember hiring new interns. Perhaps it's merely my first impression, but you kids seem fairly intelligent. Hey, how about you try tackling next year's entrance exam? Sounds like we got a chance, guys. I can see it now. I, Dr. Orlando, surrounded by hordes of lovely nurses, begging for my company. Not a shabby way to live, eh? Get real, Randy. The chance is pretty slim. St. Ursula gathers students here as well as from other neighboring countries. Not to mention, there are many applicants. If I remember correctly, last year's ratio of accepted to unaccepted was 1 in 120, I think. Damn! Yep, I give up. Immediate white flag. God damn, that much of a cutoff? Holy crap. Also, am I allowed to exit? Yes. Hold on, we gotta visit a certain sleepyhead right now. How slow this do? Hey Flora, it's always refreshing to see your passion for reading in action. Now just make sure you're not so engrossed in reading a book that you end up arriving late to lecture. You sound like my mom every once in a while, Cecile. Blah blah. The guy's gonna blow. What? She playing Counter-Strike? What kind of a dream is that? Chief Ursuline is constantly doing something or another around the hospital. We should let her get some sleep, Lloyd. Yeah, maybe she really is a really hard worker. Tends to oversleep though. How I'm feeling today, same as always. What's wrong? Was that small of yours? Nothing wrong. Maybe another checkup. Let's see, linen room. Staff member was assaulted by a pack of monsters. That was going on. I think I saw this man featured in Crossbell Times some time ago. He's a member for Crossbell Diet, hospitalized for poor health after a recent scandal broke out. Oh. In actuality, he's likely hiding here until everyone forgets about the whole thing. So he's faking illness to procure himself a hospital room. How disgusting. Since he's a prominent member of the Imperial faction, I assume he was shut up in here to avoid making the group look bad. I'm almost certain that if he attempted to return to the Diet now, his previous posts would have been long gone. They turned him into a scapegoat. I almost feel sorry for him in a way. Yeah, what a piece of shit. Huh. Oh, good morning, Miss Newes. Michael, how are you feeling? I'm feeling okay. A lot better than earlier. That's what I'd like to hear. Remember, call for a nurse if you need anything. We'll come running. Sure. Thanks, Miss Newes. Alright. Let's see. Got any visitors? Sort of. Explain details. Feel free to show them around. see, let me get this straight. You spilled a bunch of tomato soup on Mr. Gevel's bedsheets yesterday? Yep, scared me, that's for sure. One of the passing doctors mistook it for a massive hemorrhage and passed out. Maybe it scared him a bit more. You're unbelievable. Whatever, the sheets were clean, that's all that matters. Now go take some new bedsheets to Mr. Gevel and apologize, okay? Like, as sincerely as you can muster. Aw, seriously, that guy's so annoying. No complaining, go. As a knick-knack for mind-blowing mistakes. Somehow incredibly popular with all the patients. Oh my god.